Hi, my name is Luke Homan, and in this course we're going to talk about planning wall or impact effort matrix, which is an incredibly powerful collaboration framework for helping you prioritize project or feature portfolios. In this course, we're going to take a brief overview of an introduction to frameworks, and then we're going to dive right into the planning wall and the impact effort matrix. We're going to talk about how you can prepare to use the planning wall or the impact effort matrix. And from here on out, I'll just call it planning wall. But you should know that most people will call it planning wall or an impact effort matrix. We'll talk about how to facilitate your planning wall forums, and then we'll talk about how to get the most actionable insights by post-processing planning wall results. Before we dig into planning wall, let's talk about frameworks. A framework is a tool that enables knowledge workers to perform their job. Frameworks solve a problem. Unlike walking into a meeting where you're not sure about the agenda or the goals, a framework is going to give you a specific problem to solve and a specific goal, and the framework is going to support you in solving that goal. That means a framework both fits into a process and embeds within it a process for solving the problem. Frameworks scale for both in-person and online use, and in today's course, we're going to be focusing on the online use of the planning wall. Finally, frameworks can be used individually to help you make sense of a problem you're facing within a team or across multiple teams. And we'll cover all three uses in today's course. Now, frameworks are used in lots of places, and there are a lot of them, and you've used them. There are frameworks for design thinking. There are frameworks used for business model canvas or business modeling. There are frameworks used in the lean startup, and there are other frameworks that the Agile community uses, like Empathy Map, to help us understand our users. Now, as you can imagine, these different frameworks are used at different levels of abstraction and at different time horizons. Some frameworks are oriented towards strategic decision making. They're used episodically and have an impact that can span many years. Other frameworks are used more continuously. They're used, say, every sprint or more frequently. And you're going to find that planning wall is somewhere in the middle. Planning wall is used in more of a glue time horizon, where you're looking at portfolio management from quarters to months to years. Now, frameworks are also organized about how we think as humans. Sometimes we need to get ideas. Sometimes we need to make sense of those ideas. We need to shape them into proposals. And sometimes we need to prioritize those ideas. Planning wall tends to sit in the middle of shaping and prioritizing. It's a great framework for organizing our thoughts and for helping us both shape them and prioritize them. Now, there are a lot of benefits to using frameworks. By providing a clear structure to problem solving, we improve decision making. And when we're working with distributed teams, when we're using the same mental model or the same approach to solving a problem, we will enable more efficient collaboration. Specifically, when I'm using planning wall and I am in America and I'm working with colleagues in Europe and South America and Africa, by using a common mental model informed and supported by a common framework, we're going to produce more efficient results. Now, there's no single framework that meets all needs. Many of you watching this are familiar with the Agile development frameworks of Scrum or SAFe or DAD or LESS, but no one framework can solve all problems. And by integrating different frameworks, we create better solutions. Finally, you're going to see today that there are different versions of planning wall, and you're going to learn how to choose the version of planning wall that has the highest impact results in your environment. That is what you're going to retain, and you're going to let those lower impact frameworks and lower impact versions be discarded.